saying that I'd love you to switch your mobiles to silent. On behalf of the Trust, I would like to acknowledge that we are gathering on the traditional lands of the Kaurna people and pay my respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. And I would also like to acknowledge the special guests who are joining us tonight. The Honourable John Gardner, MP, Deputy Leader of the Opposition and Shadow Minister for Education, Training and Skills. The Honourable Sir Eric Neal, AC, CVO, delighted to see you, Sir Eric, former Governor of South Australia and former Chancellor of Flinders University. And the Honourable Dean Brown, AO, former Premier of South Australia and immediate past Chair, long-serving Chair of the Playford Trust. And also the official representatives of the three universities, which are an important part of the Trust's story. Professor Joanne Size, Provost and Chief Academic Officer of the University of South Australia, Professor John Williams, AM, Provost, University of Adelaide, and Professor Timothy Cavanaro, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Research, Training and Capabilities, and Dean of Graduate Research at Flinders University. Welcome to you all and thank you very much for joining us, and to other university colleagues here. A number of the Trust's industry and community partners also are with us tonight. We'll introduce them individually when they step up to present awards. But of course, the stars of this show are the new scholarship recipients. So a very warm welcome to them, to their family, and to their friends. If you would like to share this event on social media, the tags are on the screen. We'd be very happy for you to do so. Now, just one of the ways in which the universities support the Trust is by providing venues, usually very nice venues, for our presentation ceremonies. UniSA put up its hand this year, and we are delighted to be here in the Alan Scott Auditorium. So, to start proceedings, can I ask Professor Sice to say a few words on behalf of the university, the event's co-host. Professor.
Well, thank you very much, Nick, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I acknowledge also that we are here this evening on Kaurna land, and I'm respectful of the Kaurna people's ongoing connection with their land, their borders and their communities. I also extend a special welcome to our special guests and to everyone here this evening. Welcome. Tonight we celebrate and congratulate the latest Playford scholars. UniSA has a long and proud relationship with the Playford Trust, and as hosts for tonight's event, we are delighted to welcome you all here. The Playford Trust scholarships provide incredible opportunities for some of South Australia's best and brightest. That is a great gift to those students, and it is also a great gift to our community. By supporting South Australia's students to be the very best they can be, these scholarships are an integral part of the vibrant, innovative community that is thriving in this state at the moment. Whether that's through the support of students who are working towards new advances in established industries like minerals and resources, or opening up entirely new opportunities for innovation in areas like advanced manufacturing and space technologies. These scholarships support excellence in South Australia. And that runs much deeper than just financial support, although that obviously is hugely important. The prestige and legacy of these scholarships also offers recognition, encouragement and confidence. They invite people to get involved. These scholarships say to South Australia's students, you are wanted, needed, respected and admired. They encourage our students to think big and not be afraid to follow their dreams and ideas wherever they may lead. And that doesn't just inspire those students who are lucky enough to receive a scholarship tonight, it inspires all the people they work with, both through their studies and through their future careers. We are all better off for that. We all benefit together as a community. So thank you to the Playford Trust for your ongoing commitment to this wonderful program. Tonight, we will meet another inspirational cohort of students, and I can't wait to see what they will achieve over the coming years. Thank you all, and please enjoy the evening.
Thank you, Professor, and thank you to your team at the university for all their assistance getting this event together. There's always an enormous amount of work behind the scenes. This is in fact the first of 3 such events for the Trust this year. In the middle of the year, we'll present scholarships specifically for the mining and resource sector, and then towards the end of the year, our TAFE awards. Last year, I think we were getting towards 100 scholarships and awards in total across the year, which was a great way to celebrate our 40th anniversary. And things don't seem to be slowing down in our 41st year. So, to tell you a little more about what we do and how and why, can I introduce the Chair of the Playford Trust, the Honourable Dr. Diana Laidlaw, AM.
Welcome, and thank you all for attending. And thank you, Professor Sides, and your colleagues at the University of South Australia for hosting this presentation. I did enjoy the fact when you clarified how I was to pronounce your name. You said it rhymes with nice. So Sice, I thought it was a great line to use. Last year, the Playford Trust celebrated its 40th year of operation, and we used this milestone to raise untied funds, which this year has enabled the Trust to offer 3 new scholarships, one a PhD scholarship funded by the Fox Family Trust, and 2 honours scholarships, one by Sir Eric Neal, one by Mrs. Fiona McLaughlin. This is in addition to an increase in the value of other scholarships, which we raised to $10,000, for instance, with the partnership with St Anne's College. We also increased the value and number of our TAFE awards. I have no doubt that this bigger and better offering of Playford Trust University scholarships helped boost to 237 the number of applications we received this year, the second highest in our history. By the way, Sir Eric, do you blush? Do you blush? Oh, you gave it up. Okay. Well, don't start tonight, because I am going to highlight that in 41 days' time, you will celebrate your 100th birthday. And isn't that fantastic? And I think your applause did make him blush. Anyway, I do love the fact that this soon-to-be centenarian remains eager to support young South Australians into an engineering future, just as he did some generations earlier. Tonight, 43 of the 230 applicants will receive Playford Trust scholarships. These scholarships are regarded as prestigious, as they have always enjoyed in their 41st history year of life bipartisan support across the South Australian Parliament. There are no other scholarships, in my understanding, offered in any other state that can make that claim. In all, the Trust will present between 90 and 100 scholarships and awards this calendar year to a value of $700,000, and these numbers always vary according to the number of applications you receive, the quality of applications, the number of our partners that we can entice to stay with us for another year, and the number of our donors. What has never varied, however, is the fact that the Trust's commitment is to support high-achieving students from across South Australia into science, technology, engineering and maths, STEM careers, and we do this by supporting students financially to continue their education and research paths in South Australia, rather than interstate or not at all. And as our universities know, higher education is an expensive, competitive business. We also know, because our students tell us so, that what we do in conjunction with our partners and our donors, we do make a difference in their lives and their study patterns. We also help to stem somewhat the brain drain interstate, and this helps our universities remain academically robust. The Playford Trust honours the memory of Sir Thomas Playford, who served as a Premier of South Australia for 27 continuous years. This eclipses all records for political leadership in the history of the British Commonwealth. But more importantly, he used this time constructively to transform South Australia's economy from agriculture to manufacturing, a transition he managed by focusing on issues which you would be all aware of today. We hear them repeatedly: affordable housing, a secure power supply, a reliable source of water. This policy platform attracted business investment and a skilled migration workforce. And perhaps some of our Playford Trust scholars tonight have relatives and friends who came to South Australia during that time seeking a better future for their family. And I so hope that you too will seek an opportunity to contribute to South Australia's future prospects and prosperities, because right now South Australia is undergoing another major economic boom, and we need a skilled workforce going forward. This will be critical to our success in managing this transformation. So our expectations of you, when you accept these scholarships shortly, our expectations are very high, don't misunderstand. All members of the Playford Trust wish you well in realising your dreams. Our members number 12, they include 2 former chief scientists who you will meet in a moment. We all work on a voluntary basis, and we do so because we believe, like Sir Eric, like our donors, in the young people of South Australia and the future commitment we hope you will make to a better world. We are superbly supported by Lin Dong and as our executive officer, and Kate Cunningham as our scholarship executive. Thank you both. I want to also quickly thank the referees. A number of you are here tonight because you don't know how many top quality applications we received and how difficult it was often to make decisions, because we've got a limited number of scholarships. We'd always want more, but it's how many we can generate. Your references and the time and commitment that you put into that often tipped in favour of some of these students here tonight. I want you to understand that the commitment you put to those references do matter. I want to thank your parents and your families too, because they have made a lifelong commitment to you also. Finally, to the Trust's ambitious agenda. This would never be possible without the outstanding support we receive from our partners and many donors across industry, education and the community. Many are present here tonight, including a new partner from Capel. Here? Oh, good, thank you very much. I'm going to applaud you. Please join us because we want Capel and more. Thank you. And finally, you are our future. I wish you well. Thank you.
Thank you, Diana. There's a little more information about the Trust in the brochure you would have hopefully picked up on the way in. Otherwise, I encourage you to go to the website if you want to know more or want to get involved, or simply speak to one of the board members during refreshments this evening. I think we're pretty well all here. Okay, let's get down to business. As Diana said, 43 new scholarships were awarded this year. 40 recipients are here in person. The others will be listening online. They're off around the world doing something exciting. My board colleagues, Dr. Leanna Reid and Don Bursell AM, will do the honours. They will introduce each scholarship and the presenter, then announce each recipient and read a brief biography as they come to the stage. There are slightly longer biographies in a document that's included with your brochure. I'll ask both presenter and recipient to head towards those banners, because our hard-working photographer, Juan, will be taking a photo of each pair of you while you're on the stage. We're going to take a few group shots later, but that'll be after the formal proceedings, and I'll mention that again. And then to conclude, we'll have 4 very brief presentations from 4 of our new scholarship recipients. That's enough from me. over to you, Don and Leanna.
Thank you, Nick. And perhaps just before I start, I'll embarrass Eric even more. I was talking to him earlier about reaching this great milestone, and he said, gee, if I knew I was going to live this long, I would have looked after myself a bit better. I think you're in fine shape, Sir Eric. Well done. Okay, we're going to start now with our Regional Science and Engineering Scholarships. We have 6 to present, and the presenter is the Honorary John Gardner, MP, representing the Leader of the Opposition. Thank you, John. And the first of our 6 recipients is Tyson Blazer. Tyson graduated from Loxton High School last year, receiving the Chinner Memorial Prize for his academic achievements, leadership and community involvement. He was the male head prefect, won prizes as a top student in his class in all his Stage 2 subjects, and was awarded a Principal's Scholarship to the University of Adelaide. He's now undertaking a double degree in civil engineering and mathematical and computer sciences with the goal of working as a civil engineer with an environmental focus. Well done, Tyson. And our second recipient is Aidan Bolwell. Aidan hails from Kangaroo Island, but was a boarder at the Prince Alfred College for 3 years, winning the college prize for Proxime Ducks in all of those 3 years. He received 21 subject awards, the College Prize for Character and Virtue, the Olsen Prize for Academic Achievement, and the new Boarder and Senior Boarder Awards. Quite amazing, really. He also found time to be a college prefect and captain of boarding. And Aidan is now at Flinders University undertaking an honours science degree in the enhanced program for high achievers. Congratulations, Aidan. And thirdly, we have Lauren Duffield. Lauren is also at Flinders, where she recently commenced a Bachelor of Civil Engineering honours. And in addition, she was offered an undergraduate civil engineering position with civil contractor BMD. Lauren grew up on a farming property at Stockyard Plain in the Riverland, but completed her schooling as a boarder at the Emmanuel College after receiving a Nitschke Scholarship. She was awarded a Muriel Matters Award for her service to her school and community, and that included roles as boarding representative, council secretary, and deputy house captain. A very busy and productive career you're having, Lauren. Congratulations. And next we have Dylan Gilgan. Dylan comes from Barmera. It's great to see the Riverland so well represented here tonight. He's now studying an advanced science degree at the University of Adelaide. He plans to major in genetics and either biochemistry or ecology and environmental science, and then work with genetic cellular processes or marine ecosystems. Dylan was also a prefect and deputy house captain at Loxton High School last year, receiving the Barker Shield for community spirit. One of his proudest achievements was reaching the state finals of the Royal Australian Chemical Institute titration competition. Very well done, Dylan. Next, we have Eliza Johnston. Eliza hails from McLaren Vale and attended Tatachilla Lutheran College, a school that we have very good representation from in these awards. And she excelled academically, artistically, and socially, as well as a SACE Merit and Top of Subjects Award. She won the Principal's Award for her Year 12 photography exhibition on surrealist nature. She's a passionate volunteer for the Edmund Rice Camps SA, which provides week-long camps and activity days for children who have experienced childhood adversity and trauma. Eliza is now at Flinders University undertaking a Bachelor of Engineering in Honours. A great start to your career, Eliza. Thank you. And finally, we have Jemima Lloyd. Jemima is from Cambria in the Murraylands, but is now living at St Mark's College, where she's studying for a Bachelor of Civil Engineering at the University of Adelaide. She intends to major in environmental engineering, an area that has interested her for many years. She's intrigued by the process behind designing and constructing civil infrastructure and hopes that this, combined with a passion for conservation and the environment, will lead to a future career designing and engineering more sustainable structures. Congratulations, Jemima. I'm now going to hand over to the other member of my tag team, Don Bursell.
Thank you, Leanna. I'll just move that up an inch or two. And good evening, everybody. It's good to see you here for this important event. The next award is a group of 5 for the Andy Thomas Space Foundation Playford Trust Scholarships. And the presenter is Mr. Peter Nikoloff, Acting Executive Director of the Andy Thomas Foundation. There he is there. I thought you were there, you sneaked over. Well done. The first recipient is Lucas Coxshell. Lucas is another Loxton High graduate. It really was quite a year up there. And he also is now resident at St Mark's College while he undertakes a double degree in mechanical engineering and mathematical and computer sciences at the University of Adelaide. He intends to major in aerospace and subsequently begin a career in which he can contribute to and advocate for Australia's space industry, an industry he believes is essential to boost our economy and maintain legitimacy with our international partners. Congratulations, Lucas. The next recipient is Chloe Toon. Chloe has a head start in her mission to complete a mechanical engineering degree at the University of Adelaide, then become an astronaut. She's already had practical experience through the South Australian Space School, developing a passion for space technologies and undertaken work experience at Fleet Space Technologies, which gave her invaluable insights into the aerospace industry. Just for good measure, she participated in the National Youth Science Forum and has been a member of the South Australian Museum of Discovery Youth Board. Congratulations, Chloe. The next recipient is Noah McDonald. Noah is studying mechanical engineering at the University of Adelaide with plans to major in aerospace. He hopes to pursue a career in the design and maintenance of machinery, working in defence and space exploration in South Australia. Noah was awarded Proxime of the class of 2023 of St Ignatius College. He received the Father Charles Dennett Prize for scholarship, involvement and service to the community, the prize for significant contribution to senior years sport and co-curricular full colours. Congratulations, Noah. The next recipient is Shrey Patel. Shrey also is studying mechanical engineering at the University of Adelaide. Aerospace will be his major, with the aim of finding a career in the aviation and space sectors and playing his role in strengthening Australia's air and space capabilities. Shrey attended St Paul's College, where he received the 2023 Ampol Best All-Rounder Award, recognising excellence in academic leadership, sporting and community service activities. He also received commendations from NASA's Dr. Michael Lapointe, following conversations about his research project in antimatter physics, aerospace engineering and space science, something we all chat about over coffee, naturally. Congratulations, Shrey. And the last recipient in this group is Melson Shee. Melson is studying a double degree in mechanical engineering and science at the University of Adelaide. They obviously expect a lot of things to break down up there. He clearly welcomes a workload. In year 12, he didn't undertake the 4 subjects plus research project that the SACE board requires. He opted to do 7 plus the project. He passed them all and attained a raw ATAR score of 99.95 out of 100. I don't know what went wrong. He was Dux of Unley High last year, as well as head prefect, which he says was the most rewarding experience of his school life. Congratulations, Milson, excellently. I'll hand back to Leanna.
Thank you, partner in crime. I now turn to the Playford Trust Honours Scholarships, and each university we allocate 4 each year, and then we have another special one this year as well. So to start with, our Playford Scholarships for the University of South Australia, our presenter is Professor Joanne Tsai, Provost and Chief Academic Officer, University of South Australia. Welcome back to the stage, Professor Tsai. And our first recipient is Adrian Brown, who unfortunately is one of the students who cannot be with us today, but we have his picture up here for you to see, and I will read his bio in any case. For Adrian, gaming is very much an academic pursuit. When we saw this, we first thought, gee, gaming? But actually the implications for all sorts of fields were really well put. His honours project is researching how ChatGPT and other large language models can be used to create unique gaming experiences each time a player plays a game, and have the game adapt to the skills and actions of that player. He's aiming to move from honours to a PhD and eventually to form a studio of like-minded individuals here in Adelaide. Adrian excelled during his undergraduate studies, twice being awarded the Chancellor's Letter of Commendation. So congratulate Adrian in his absence. Next, we have Daniel Chalmers. Growing up, Daniel and his dad built a guitar amplifier. I'm not sure whether it was for himself or his dad, but either way, it fueled an interest in designing and building things that led to formal studies in mechanical engineering. Daniel received 2 Chancellor's Letters of Commendation during his undergraduate studies and spent 3 months working at the Australian Submarine Corporation. His honours project will explore new approaches to metal additive manufacturing, which he believes will soon be at the forefront of rapid prototyping and in engineering. Congratulations, Daniel. And our third recipient for the University of South Australia is Caleb Ferreresso. Caleb excelled at maths and physics at school, leading his teachers to recommend engineering as a career. Obviously, it was a good move because he's doing very well. So academically, he has excelled, earning 2 Chancellor's Letters of Commendation and gaining work placements with the likes of BAE, Coiltech and Cornell Design. For his honours project, Caleb is working with Cornell to develop an advanced golf ball return system for the PGA Tour. I hope you get free admittance anyway to that too. He will take preliminary designs through to manufacturing and develop effective ways of sourcing the novel parts required for the projects. Well done, Caleb. Our next recipient also cannot be here tonight, but he is watching live stream because he's already in Europe awaiting the start of his final year project, and that's Aaron Hayward. Clearly, Aaron is already well-travelled, and that's going to continue. In 2021, he received a new Colombo Plan scholarship to work and study in Singapore and South Korea over 18 months. Now he's off to Germany to work closely with Krohn and a leading agricultural machinery manufacturer on a project seeking to improve the way hay bale data is stored and managed, and thus its traceability, very important in these modern times. Aaron is a recipient of a Long Tan Leadership Award and a Merrill Youth Award for contributions to the Kapunda community. Congratulations, Aaron. I hope you can see us all, and we congratulate you. I'm now turning to the University of Adelaide, and our presenter is Professor John Williams, AM, the Provost of the University of Adelaide. Thank you, John. Our first recipient is Vidit Patel, and Vidit aspires to become a business leader at the intersection of technology and finance, with his eye very much on innovation. He has already completed internships with leading Australian-American software companies, Atlassian, and various South Australian startups, including Fivecast, which specialises in the defence sector. He's partnering with Fivecast again for his honours project, which is exploring the integration of emerging technologies into open source intelligence systems. During his undergraduate software degree, Vidit was twice awarded the Executive Dean's Recognition of Academic Excellence. Fantastic work, Vidit. Thank you. Our next awardee is Ashwin Subramaniam. Ashwin studied commerce in Singapore, worked in finance for 3 years, and then established a successful business focusing on circular economy research in Southeast Asia for global clients and governments. Moving to Adelaide in 2021, he decided to pursue a long-held interest in aerospace engineering. He chose to specialise in control systems, particularly for space and defence technologies, and is considering 3 possible honours projects. They involve ultrafine attitude control for nanosatellites, submersible control systems, or renewable energy for solar cars. How would you choose between those 3? Congratulations, Ashwin. And our third recipient is Lena Tobin Danza. Lena has a keen interest in environmental geochemistry and the role geology can play. And that's already got her involved with some intriguing things, from producing ancient climate data related to Japanese lake sediments to studying the geochemistry of a coastal Antarctic lake. Her honours project takes her in a different direction again, the importance of geological characterisation of mine wastes as a precursor to reprocessing and recycling. So she is now studying the mine tailings at Mount Gunson in South Australia. Great work, Lena. And our fourth recipient is Olivia Webb. Olivia hopes to pursue a career that will help sustainability thrive in diverse industries and support the development of sustainability strategies. Her honours project certainly ticks the right boxes in that sense. Her group is focused on exploring the resource requirements and potential benefits of urban greening in Greater Adelaide, working in conjunction with the Department of Premier and Cabinet. During her undergraduate degree, Olivia twice received the Executive Dean's Award for Academic Excellence and completed an internship with the RAA's Environmental and Social Impact team. Congratulations, Olivia. And now I turn to Flinders University, and our presenter is Professor Timothy Cavanaro, Pro Vice-Chancellor Research, Training and Capabilities, and Dean of Graduate Research. Our first recipient is Freya Barr. Freya's undergraduate degree in environmental science has led to honours work with a focus on coastal science. And her research, in conjunction with an ongoing PhD project and the District Council of Robe, is seeking to determine the hydro and morphodynamics that are leading to severe erosion on the town's beaches. Freya's project will specifically investigate cross-shore wave transformation over a limestone reef that protects a tourist and recreation beach. Looking forward, Freya aspires to continue researching environmental processes. We wish you the best of luck, Freya. Thank you. Emily Bauer is our next recipient. Emily completed an undergraduate degree majoring in biodiversity and conservation, and her honours project is investigating the long-term conservation of the endemic pygmy blue-tongue lizard. She is studying the genetics, parentage, health and survival of individuals who are translocated to a more suitable habitat during the rapid impacts of climate change. And she hopes this will lead her to a PhD in a related field or work in conservation directly to assist the recovery of iconic threatened South Australian biodiversity. Well done, Emily. Our third recipient is Joel Clark. Joel's Director of Studies at Flinders says his performance trajectory has been absolutely outstanding. As he's happy to tell you, being diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder did not stop him completing an undergraduate degree in civil engineering with flying colours. In 3 of the 4 third-year technical topics, he received the highest overall mark. He received a perfect 100% in one exam and the Chancellor's letter of commendation. Joel also strives to be a leader and voice for neurodivergent individuals regarding how content is presented and taught at universities. You're a fantastic role model, Joel. Congratulations. And finally, we have Jackson Rendell. Rendell. During Jackson's undergraduate degree, he became fascinated by the power of modern genomics, and this fueled his interest in the emerging field of conservation genomics, leading to his honours project using genomics to try to understand the population structure and ecology of the Adelaide trapdoor spiders on the site of a future wind farm. You may think, why are we concerned with trapdoors? But clearly he's very interested in the effects of that on wind farms and therefore the ecology. So this species digs burrows that provide a crucial habitat for endangered pygmy blue-tongued lizards. They're featuring a lot in our shows tonight. The study should also improve our understanding of the impact wind farms will have on the surrounding landscape. Very important, Jackson, thank you. Now, as I mentioned, we're very fortunate to have an additional new scholarship this year, the more the merrier from our point of view, and our presenter is Mrs. Fiona McLaughlin, OAM, a very valued supporter of the Playford Trust. And the recipient of this new scholarship is Jamie Lowe, who is undertaking a Bachelor of Biotechnology at Flinders University. Jamie hopes her honours project will contribute to the development of technology designed to reduce the adverse effects of abiotic stress on agricultural systems. She certainly comes well prepared. During the final years of her undergraduate degree, she undertook a 12-week placement at Field Systems, where she participated in a pioneering field trial and witnessed firsthand the challenges that farmers face. Motivated by this experience and her passion to help mitigate the impacts of climate change on broadacre cropping, the next step was clear for her. And you're going to hear more from Jamie later as one of our speakers, so we're looking forward to that, and congratulations, Jamie. And I will hand back to Don.
Thank you, Leanna. The next category is the Oricon Playford Trust Engineering Scholarship, the presenter being Mr. James Trezona, Industry Leader, Defence Design at Oricon. And the awardee is Miranda Milton, who's doing a Bachelor of Engineering Honours Civil at Flinders University. Miranda wants to help position Australia as a leader in renewable energy and sustainable economics. Her professional journey already includes work at construction company Hanson Youngkin and engineering consultancy Arup. An international exchange at the National Institute for Applied Sciences in Lyon in France exposed her to diverse areas, including renewable energy generation and waste management. Miranda is currently assessing several thesis project options that align with her values and offer opportunities for personal growth. The need to condense these summaries is, for the timing, it has unfortunately left off some of her remarkable academic achievements, and I recommend you have a look in the longer versions that you all have. But congratulations, Miranda. The next award is for the Built Playford Trust Honours Scholarship in Civil, Structural and Construction Engineering, the presenter being Mr. Henry Meaney, Construction Manager at Built SA. Is he here? No. Oh. Sorry, obviously I hadn't been told, but he isn't available, so our chair will step into the breach. The awardee is Christelle Richardson. Now, Christelle is another one of our presenters who you'll hear from later. She's undertaking a Bachelor of Engineering Honours, Electrical and Electronic, Master of Engineering, Mechanical at Flinders University. Christelle plans to use skills learned both in and outside of university to affect change within industry, for example, reducing waste and emissions and improving efficiency. She has completed and enjoyed internships with Clark Energy and SA Power Networks and has served as the Woman in STEM Outreach Officer for the Flinders University Society of Engineers. In the middle of this year, she'll begin a master's project that will entail conceptualising and prototyping a mobile learning factory that can facilitate an automated manufacturing process. We'll hear more about it later. Congratulations, Christelle. And now I'm pleased to introduce our new scholarship with Capral Aluminium. And the presenter is Mr. Robert Palmer, Extrusion Business Manager from Capral Australia, Capral Aluminium. And the awardee is Lucia Alvarez, and I think she's already on work experience with Capral. She's undertaking a Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechanical, a Bachelor of Finance and Banking at the University of Adelaide. Lucia was just 16 when she came to Adelaide from Port Pirie to begin university. With the help of the Playford Trust, she took up residency at St Anne's College, where, guess what, she was the youngest student. These days, Lucia is a highly regarded member of the St Anne's community. She's part of the academic tutoring team and has earned both the prestigious Bob Hill Ling Scholarship and the College Medal. She went back to Port Pirie for a holiday internship with Neostar and is now keen to expand her skills with Capral, and we congratulate Lucia for this award. The next award is the Clean Seas Playford Trust Aquaculture Scholarship. The presenter is Mr. Robert Grattan, the CEO of Clean Seas Seafood. And the awardee is Abigail Hill. Abigail is undertaking a Bachelor of Science Honours in Marine Biology at Flinders University. Her academic journey at Flinders has included delving into biostatistics, marine sciences, animal diversity, restoration ecology, aquaculture and more. She's covering the whole field. Participating in initiatives like the Granite Island Penguin Census and the Marine Ecology Plankton Project has provided her with invaluable hands-on experience in ecological research and data collection methodologies. A passion for the marine ecosystem combined with expertise in environmental conservation makes Abigail an ideal candidate for contributing to the conservation and restoration of South Australian waters and our aquaculture practices. Congratulations, Abigail. Our next award is the Codan Playford Trust Electronic Engineering or Signal Processing Scholarship. The presenter is Dr. Phil Varlich, Chief Scientist with Codan Limited, and the awardee is Michael Lee. Michael's undertaking a Bachelor of Engineering Honours, Electrical and Electronic, a Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Sciences at the University of Adelaide. Driven by a curiosity for the inner workings of electrical and electronic devices, Michael took on a double degree in 2022. He quickly became so interested in signal processing that he undertook a research project in antenna propagation this past summer. He ended up designing and simulating an antenna capable of producing a flat top beam. I'm sure that's quite an interesting project, and I think we'll have to bail him up later and he can explain the bits of it. Michael aims to major in communication systems and work in the defence sector following graduation. Congratulations, Michael. One of the things, involvement in the Trust has been companies like Codan seem to sit quietly out there in the landscape in our own city without many people appreciating the extremely high-tech, advanced nature of the work they do. They're a world-leading company, as one can say for some of our other partners as well, and it's good that they're involved with this so that students are aware that there are some really challenging and interesting career opportunities available on our own without them having to go necessarily overseas looking for it. So thanks, Codan. The next award is from Cooper's Brewery, Playford Trust Honours Scholarship, and I'll ask our chair to step in as a presenter because they've got a large project on at the moment and all the senior staff are really heavily committed in time to that and couldn't make it tonight. The awardee is Harley Young, Bachelor of Science, Honours, Plant Science at the University of Adelaide. Harley was a nurse before moving into agricultural science and now describes himself as a dedicated student with a passion for plant breeding. He's accumulated 2 years of hands-on experience in barley research through, among other things, securing a technical officer position with Australian Grain Technologies. His honours project is exploring a unique salinity tolerance mechanism in barley that enhances drought resilience by enhancing sodium accumulation and thereby enabling the plant to lower its leaf water potential. Focusing on Australian cultivars, Harley aims to identify the associated genes, frequency and impact on salinity and drought tolerance, an area that is relatively unknown currently in this country. This work extends beyond the field into the brewery, providing insights into brewing conditions and flavour development. Congratulations, Harley. The next award is for the SA Power Network's Playford Trust Scholarship. Presenter is Mr. Matthew Napolitano, the Head of Asset Operations at SAPN. And the awardee is Jude Varghese, and Jude will be one of our presenters later, so you'll hear a bit more about his work later on. He's undertaking a Bachelor of Engineering Honours, Electrical and Electronic, and a Bachelor of Finance and Banking. Something that's essential for the power industry these days, the cost of electricity. But anyway, Jude's a busy boy. He's studying for a double degree while employed as an undergraduate electrical engineer at SA Power Networks, where he works on various distribution equipment integration projects. He's currently heavily focused on developing his power system modelling skills as his aim is to work in network planning to help Australia in its renewables transition. Jude well understands the importance of commercial focus in engineering, hence the second degree in finance. His honours project is investigating the impacts on the electricity distribution network of household devices being switched from natural gas sources to electricity. So congratulations, Jude. And now another new one, which we've already heard about a bit, is the Honourable Sir Eric Neal, Playford Trust Engineering Scholarship, presenter being Sir Eric Neal, and the awardee is Max Clifton. And Max is undertaking a Bachelor of Engineering, Honours and Civil at Flinders University. Max is clearly a high achiever. At his Year 12 graduation, he receives the Caltex Best All-Rounder Award for Excellence in Academic Leadership, Sporting and Service Activities. And in the 21 topics he's completed so far at university, he's achieved 16 high distinctions and 5 distinctions. As part of his university course, Max completed a work placement with construction company Hanson Youngkin. He gained a lot from the experience and will continue to work with the company 1 day a week while completing his studies. He hopes to one day be a site engineer or site manager. Congratulations. The next award is the Ultra Maritime Playford Trust Scholarship. The presenter is Mr. Peter Keeney, Vice President Engineering with Ultra Maritime. And the awardee is Sebastian Cox. Sebastian's doing a Bachelor of Engineering, Honours, Electrical and Electronic at the University of Adelaide. Sebastian's key interests are signals processing and electromagnetics. Over the past summer, he collaborated with researchers at the University of Adelaide, the University of Warwick and the Australian Institute of Machine Learning on a research project looking at the intriguing world of stochastic resonance. That's the phenomenon where electronic noise enhances the response of non-linear systems. You can ask him more detail about that later. In his final year project, Sebastian is collaborating on modifying a terahertz camera, which I believe is a camera that takes images at extremely high frequency for use in digital holographic imaging. And by the high frequency, it can detect and store the phase of the incident terahertz waves in a way that allows the retrieval of the depth information, which is necessary to get the three-dimensional image projection. So congratulations, Sebastian. He probably doesn't sleep well at night, I think, thinking about that. And the next award is the WSP Playford Trust Engineering Scholarship. The presenter is Mr. Matthew Salisbury, the Regional Director of SA and Northern Territory with WSP. WSP have been excellent contributors to the Playford Trust program over a long period of time. We'll welcome you back again, Matthew. The awardee is Joshua Fullerton. He's doing a Bachelor of Engineering, Civil and Honours at Flinders University. Josh is currently dividing his time between his honours studies and the Earth and Environment Design team at WSP, where he's interning. He's helping to design containment systems and associated engineering services in the environmental and geotechnical space. It suits him well because beyond university, future-ready infrastructure design and implementation is where Josh wants to be. He won the University of Adelaide Sustainable Homeless Shelter Design Award in 2018. He's also a member of Engineering Australia, the Sustainable Engineering Society and Engineers Without Borders, who do valuable work in other countries. Congratulations, Josh. The next award is the Chartwell St Anne's College Playford Trust Residential Scholarship. We have two presenters. One being Ms Jane Crucci, who's the State Operations Manager for Victoria, Tasmania, South Australia and Northern Territory with Chartwells, and Mrs Wendy Fleming, who's the new Principal and CEO of St Anne's College. And the awardee, there are two awards in this area, one for a continuing student who's already at university and been at university for a couple of years at least, and there's one for the commencing students who are just starting out. The continuing student's Sophie Glamacina. She's undertaking a Bachelor of Science, Space Science and Astrophysics at the University of Adelaide. This is the second time that Sophie has been awarded a Playford Trust Scholarship, and we're very pleased to see her back again. Originally from Port Augusta, she's been living at St Anne's College since the beginning of her tertiary studies. At St Anne's, she's taken up leadership roles, coached in several sports and been involved in organising events for her peers. Sophie plans to complete a degree in 26-27 and then either pursue higher study or seek employment in the field of space science or astrophysics, possibly both. Congratulations, Sophie. The commencing student is Heath Green, who's undertaking a Bachelor of Engineering Honours at the University of Adelaide. Heath is a recent graduate of Port Augusta Secondary School, and he's come to Adelaide to study mechanical engineering, majoring in aerospace. In 2021, he missed a lot of school due to illness and decided to repeat Year 11 to give himself the best chance at success. Turned out to be an excellent decision. He was elected as a senior student leader in 2022 and in 2023, and then got into his chosen university course. After graduation, Heath plans to work in the aerospace industry and hopes to join a startup company based in Adelaide. Congratulations, Heath. This next award is one that is shared by the St Anne's Foundation and the Playford Trust Residential Scholarship, and the presenter is Mrs Wendy Fleming, Principal and CEO, as I mentioned before. And the awardee is Hayden Schultz, Bachelor of Engineering, Honours Mechanical at the University of Adelaide. Throughout his schooling in the Mid-North, Hayden was set on becoming a pilot. This led him to take on South Australia's only SACE aviation subject. It was unquestionably his favourite school experience, particularly as he got to take flying lessons and was eventually allowed to fly solo, something not a lot of young people get to do. It was only towards the end of his school that he decided to take an engineering pathway. Hayden has taken on a number of key roles at St Anne's this year and has been appointed Senior Academic Tutor. He'll be collaborating with the Director of Learning to elevate the college's academic support program. They have a very strong system at St Anne's to support the residents there, and it's really excellent. So congratulations to Hayden, and also thanks to St Anne's for their ongoing support. Now I'll sit down and hand over to Leanna.
Thank you, Don. And the last category that we're awarding tonight are the PhD scholarships. And really just saying, a number of years when I was first involved with the Playford Trust, we only had 2 PhD scholarships. They're, of course, more expensive because they're 3-year scholarships. And it was terribly frustrating because we get about 50 applications and you're only giving out 2. And there's such high standard, all of them. We'd like to give them all out. But I'm delighted now that we actually, and this year, have 6 to give out, thanks to our supporters, the Fox Family Trust and the Defence Science Technology Group. So that's made our life a bit easier, I reckon, Don. It's much more fun to do that. So the first 2 are our original Playford Trust PhD scholarships, and the presenter is the Honorary Paul Holloway. Thank you, Paul. And the first recipient is Sophie Costin. And Sophie is undertaking her PhD in the area of biodiversity and conservation at Flinders University. In her PhD research, Sophie is focusing on understanding ecological impacts of buffalo grass invasion, particularly predicting the distribution of this threatening species under various climate scenarios. She will also investigate the interaction between this grass and its surrounds, for example, soil, microbes, flora, fauna, and humans, especially First Nations communities. She hopes her research will inform policy and management decisions in invasive species management. And beyond that, Sophie hopes her career will allow her to use her teaching and research skills to contribute to education around biodiversity conservation in South Australia. We wish you the best of luck, Sophie. Congratulations. And our second scholarship is to Rebecca Stevens in Agricultural Science at the University of Adelaide. Rebecca is aiming for a career in research and extension education and hopes to positively contribute to the development of sustainable and resilient future food systems. In her honours year, researching native bees using bee hotels, mind boggles, doesn't it? She was invited to explain her research as a guest on the ABC television program Gardening Australia. I think I saw that program, well done. For her PhD, Rebecca will assess management strategies in netted apple orchards that promote functional biodiversity and specifically enhance biological control and pollination. She hopes her work will improve the health, sustainability and profitability of apple production systems as a whole. Well done, Rebecca. And now I turn to one of our new scholarships, the Playford Trust Fox Family Trust PhD Scholarship. This was going to be presented by Ms. Philippa Wilson, but unfortunately at the last moment could not come, so we're going to make our wonderful chair work again. So Diana, thank you. And the recipient is David Mansueto in Biomedical Engineering at Flinders University. David is a biomedical engineer set on a career in medical device research and development. His PhD project seeks to meet a critical need in sleep medicine, daily tracking of the circadian rhythm, or body clock as it's more commonly known, using wearables and machine learning to build on established knowledge of bodily functions. He hopes his work will improve the lives of shift workers and people with sleep disorders, including himself apparently. David has spent the past 4 years working as a mechatronic design engineer in the tech startup Voxen Photonics. He's had the lead role in mechanical design, electronic circuits and PCB layout, as well as in design for manufacture. So I'm sure all of us who do those long overseas trips are very much looking forward to your research. Congratulations, David. And now I turn to the last 3 PhD scholarships, and they are provided by the Defence Science and Technology Group in conjunction with the Playford Trust. And our presenter is Dr. Erin McGillick, the Defence Science and Technology Group Entry-Level Programs Coordinator in the Department of Defence. And our first awardee is Cecilia Anderson in the area of Statistics, Physics and Data Science at Flinders University. Cecilia is attending via virtual link, so Cecilia, I hope you can see and hear us. Her virtual photo is on the screen because she is currently overseas as well. Mathematics and physics are Cecilia's forte, and as she progressed through her studies at Flinders, she's discovered a love for statistics and data science, specifically in medical physics. In her honours project, she developed a machine learning algorithm capable of denoising and deconvolving one-dimensional signals relevant to analyzer-based phase contrast imaging. Her PhD project is to convert this algorithm so it's suitable for denoising PET scans, which some of us have had to go through, both for 2- and 3-dimensional images. Long-term, Cecilia is considering 2 career paths, either undertaking research at a university or working as a developer or expert in industry. We wish you the best of luck with that, Cecilia, and sorry you can't be with us, but congratulations. And our second recipient of the DSTG Playford Award is Andrew Edwards. Andrew is working in the area of quantum secure space networks at the University of South Australia. He's a qualified engineer with 10 years' experience working in South Australia's defence industry, much of that time with the Collins-class submarine program. His research project is entitled Towards Practical and Resilient Continuous Variable Quantum Key Distributions for Secure Space Networks. You might have to come up with a short and sharp one for that one, Andrew. The aim is to investigate possibilities for securing satellite-based communication networks using the quantum mechanical properties of light to achieve unconditional secrecy, so we won't say any more about that. Andrew's work will involve modelling and simulation of the channel properties between satellites and other platforms, and his research will be validated by results obtained from laboratory-based experiments. And you're going to hear a bit more from Andrew in a moment. Thank you. Well done, Andrew. And our very patient last recipient of an award is Suzanne Salos. Suzanne is working in the area of biotechnology and nanotechnology at Flinders University. Nanoscience is Suzanne's passion, along with STEM outreach and science communication, and I'm sure a few other things as well. After completing her undergraduate degree in 2019, she worked as a research chemist. She managed to secure national and state funding for several science communication projects, which she successfully delivered. Her PhD project focuses on the synthesis of quantum materials and their characterization, and she's using state-of-the-art microscopy equipment. Suzanne hopes her work will assist in the development of enabling technologies that could be used in a wide variety of fields like energy, healthcare, defence and quantum computing. She's determined to contribute to research that enables people's lives to be improved through new technologies. And given your communications background, I'm sure you're going to sell the message very well. Thank you, Suzanne. Congratulations. And congratulations to all our awardees tonight. Outstanding applications. It was a pleasure to be involved in the review process, and we really wish you success in your future careers. So I will now hand back to our very capable MC.
But only average mover of slides. This is incredibly finicky. Thank you, Leanna. Thank you, Don. Thank you to all of our presenters. And of course, congratulations to all of our very worthy winners. To conclude the formal part of the evening, I'll ask our 4 Playford Trust scholars to address us. As you can tell from what you've just heard, we could have like all of our recipients have a good story to tell. We could have asked any of them to speak. That probably would have filled half of them with dread. We like to hope the four we have selected provide a good snapshot of the varied but always interesting and important things these students are doing and why we work to encourage them to keep going with what they're doing. First cop off the rank is Jude Varghese. I'm sorry, he taught me that.
Thank you very much. Might I just start by saying congratulations to all the other recipients, because oh my God, you guys make me very humble. I'm Jude Varghese, and I'm right now in my final year of study at the University of Adelaide, and I'm doing a double degree in electrical and electronics engineering. And for the commercial focus, as Don kindly said, Bachelor of Finance and Banking. Next slide, please. Oh. Forgot my clicker. So I've been a scholar of the Australian Power Institute since 2020, so I'm hoping that some of you are aware of it. So it's basically an institute which promotes power engineering. So I've been involved in the industry for about 5-ish years, and I've been learning a lot about the industry, which has been very good. I've also been working with SA Power Networks since January of 2022 with the equipment management team. And basically we look at all the equipment that comes onto the network and how we can fit it in to make sure that you guys get a safe supply of power. I'm also doing my honours project with SA Power Networks. You're going to hear that a lot tonight. So basically, I'm doing it with the University of Adelaide with my supervisors, Dr. Ali and David Voles, as well as Liam Malamo and Rafael Caruso from SA Power Networks. So basically, we're looking at forecasting appliance electrification, switching from gas to electric in South Australian homes, all the way up to 2050. So we're basically making load profiles, something that looks like that, for every 30-minute interval, all the way up to 2050, so 25 years. So obviously there are a few challenges with this, and the first being, I can't come look in your houses to see what kind of appliances you have. I'm sure you guys are very nice, you would let me in, but most South Australians would not. So there are a bunch of challenges, as I said. So number one being visibility inside homes, and the second being the scale and uncertainty. So looking into the future, we don't know what's going to happen. And also, we're looking at about 90 billion data points. So it's an incredible scale of data that we have to look at. And obviously, as you go further into the future, you're going to have a lot more uncertainty. Now, there is a very good reason why you guys in the room and everyone in South Australia should care about my project. If it goes well, your power bills will ultimately go down. So there's about 70,000 low-voltage distribution transformers in South Australia. And what this project is going to allow us to do is to get a bit more visibility about when it's going to overload in 30-minute intervals all the way up to 2050. Now, that's going to help us be prepared for what goes wrong. We'd rather not have transformers blow up and then go fix it later. So that's going to help your power bills go down. If it goes well and your power bills go down, you can come chat to me. If they don't, you can chat to Matt. Now, I'm very, very interested in the power industry, and funnily enough, I want to keep working in it. So I want to work in network planning functions and basically make sure that the grid is ready for whatever's coming. If there's anything we've learned in the past years and decades, it's that we don't know what's coming. So I want to work in network planning functions, doing similar work to what I've been doing so far, to make sure that we're ready for whatever's coming. And I also want to foster collaboration within the industry. So right now, we've got utilities across Australia, all siloed away. I want to bring us all together and work together, because ultimately, the winners are the customers, which include you and me. So I want to make sure that happens, and hopefully I'll have a long and promising career. I also want to thank the Playford Trust, can't forget that one, sorry, for bestowing this amazing opportunity, not only for myself, but also for these amazing people out here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jude. I'm convinced. I think he should have his own YouTube channel, the way he works the stage. Our second speaker is Christelle Richardson, who received the Built Playford Trust Honours Scholarship.
It's always awkward to figure out that when you have to clap, right? Like it's, yeah. So as has been repeated multiple times tonight, my name is Christelle Richardson. I'm currently studying at Flinders University. I've been very fortunate to be doing a double degree. So my first one will be in Bachelor of Engineering in Electrical and Electronic Space with a major in Advanced Electrical Design. Yep. And then also doubling with a Master's in Mechanical Engineering. So that's currently my background. I'm very fortunate to have received the Built Scholarship along with the Playford Trust. So I'd like to say thank you so much for this opportunity to be up here. I'm very excited about it. So a little bit about my project. I haven't started it yet, so I'll only be able to give you the brief that I've been given, which I'm also very excited about. There's a lot of opportunities in South Australia, one of which is the Industry 4.0. So looking at manufacturing and automating that space. One of the incredible parts and sectors in that space is additive manufacturing, which is where you see the really big 3D printers that can make anything you want out of any material. That is incredible. Only problem is when you're trying to manufacture a lot of things and make them really fast, you need a process that can take one component from one part of your process, clean it up, do what it needs to do, get rid of the extra bits and pieces that you don't want there from the manufacturing process, and put it to the next part of the assembly line. Unfortunately, this space is not quite developed in having that automated. So my master's project, which I'll be doing under Dr. Tim Van Erp, will be looking at how do we digitalise the space, how do we automate it, and thirdly, whoever's going to be using it, they need to know how to use it. So the third part, we'll be looking at developing how you will teach the next group of people to use the space, which is very, very exciting. Sorry, I get very excited about these things. So that will be my project, which I'm very excited about. Unfortunately, haven't started yet, so I'll have to give you guys an update when we get through it, but here we are. So the next part that I'd like to talk about is where I see my career going. That's one of the things that obviously everyone's interested in. You've invested your money in me, which is very exciting again. Sorry. But I get asked the question a lot, where do I see my career going? And the point that I'd like to make is I have no idea, which is probably not something you'll be hearing a lot tonight. But ideally, I would like to pursue a career that reflects my passions rather than a job description. So that's actually why I chose to do engineering, because I see it as a problem-solving toolkit rather than a path. So just to exemplify how I try to involve my passions in all the decisions I make, you can see in the bottom right corner, I've shaved half my head. That's probably not what you'd see a lot of conventional people doing, but that was actually for a charity called Half Cut, where you shave half your head or plait or dyed half your hair to emphasise the fact that 50% of the planet's forests have actually been deforested. So just as an example of what I like to do with my passions. I also have a passion, as I said, for environmental action, climate crisis activism, but I also really have a massive passion for learning and teaching. So ideally, I'd like to have a career that can reflect those things. Finally, is that I would love to explore the world and understand different cultures, understand different ways of working around problems, because with a big understanding, you can apply what you know to different problems. So ideally, I'd like to travel the world, understand different ways of living, and then bring it back to South Australia and see where I can implement it. That's pretty much it from me. Thank you very much for listening to me, and thank you very much for my scholarship.
Certainly A for enthusiasm. Thank you. Our third speaker is Jamie Lowe, who received a Playford Trust Honours Scholarship.
Hi everyone, my name is Jamie Lowe and I recently graduated from Flinders University with a Bachelor's in Biotechnology. Obviously I want to start by expressing my gratitude to the Playford Trust as well as Fiona McLaughlin for awarding me this prestigious award for my Honours Project Scholarship, which I'll begin in July this year. Fiona actually just let me know upon receiving my award that they thought I was a boy. It's good to know that my photo didn't really clarify anything there. This scholarship will enable me to expand on some of my previous research on using pyrobitic compounds to relieve environmental stress in plants, with a particular focus on dryland cropping systems, which I'll expand more on in a minute. So just a little bit about me. I'm very passionate about sustainability. In my research endeavours, I found it's ignited a keen interest in developing new technologies to support South Australian dryland farming systems to adapt to climate change. So, what is pyrobotics? Pyrobotics is a range of specific liquid byproducts derived from hardwood thermal degradation during pyrolysis, which is a process where wood is heated without oxygen at a specific temperature to produce biochar. Biochar is well known for carbon sequestration and soil health improvement, but what is less known is that the antioxidant properties of the volatile compounds released during the pyrolysis process. So this summer, I had nothing better to do than complete a 12-week placement with soil scientists Michael Ayres and Ed Scott from Field Systems in partnership with Flinders University and Upper Northern Farming Systems. We conducted a field-scale chop trial in Bullaroo, examining the application of these pyrobotics on various crops, and we aimed to assess its ability to mitigate abiotic stresses such as heat and drought. During this work placement, I gained valuable insights into the potential of this technology and observed its antioxidant activity in many laboratory assays. My honours project aims to expand on this work into greenhouse trials at Flinders University College of Science and Engineering. Through community engagement, this placement also allowed me to understand the real-world impact of climate change on farmers, especially in the upper north of South Australia. This is why you don't write down. Also working alongside chemical engineers from Adelaide University, we have refined our pyrolysis process to extract the desired active compounds that can elicit a stress-relieving response in plants. This is shown on the screen above. Is this refined technology that we have termed pyrobotics. Pyro refers to the pyrolysis process that creates the product, while botics denotes its ability to protect plants from environmental stresses. So thanks to the Playford Trust and my honours supervisors from Flinders University, Crystal Sweetman, Barry Rambird and Peter Anderson. I hope that this research project will help see benefit to South Australian farmers by developing innovative and sustainable technology to enhance climate resilience in crop and food systems, increasing productivity for South Australian farmers facing climate challenges, as well as strengthen food security in the face of climate change. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamie. And our final speaker is on the way down, Andrew Edwards, who was on the stage just recently receiving a Defence Science and Technology Group Playford Trust PhD scholarship.
Thanks very much.
You're fully armed.
Yes, thanks, Nick. Good evening, everyone. My name is Andrew Edwards, and the Playford Trust and DSTG PhD scholarship is supporting me as I undertake my PhD in securing satellite communication using quantum mechanics of light. So I actually graduated as a mechanical engineer back in the day, and then spent about 10 years working in the defence industry on programs such as Collins-class submarine sustainment and the air warfare destroyer build program. And then I had the very great fortune and pleasure of working on a project in collaboration with DSTG called Project Chorus, which is I won't say the full acronym, but it's basically a hybrid optical and RF satellite communication terminal. Very exciting project which is still ongoing. And it was through working on that project that my interest in satellite communication was kindled in the first place, to the extent where I actually quit my job and went back to university and studied a Masters of Telecommunications full-time at the University of South Australia. And I've continued at the University of South Australia, now undertaking this PhD in quantum secure satellite communications. So it's a little bit late in the day to be talking about quantum cryptography, and I'm sure you're all at least as hungry as I am. So I've just got a very simple and quick animation here to explain what it's all about. So suppose that Alice has a message that she wants to send to Bob over on the right-hand side there, and she wants to send it in such a way that she can guarantee that no eavesdropper in the middle can intercept and either read or make a copy of that message. So the best way she can do it is to essentially put that message into a lockbox and then use a secret key that Eve doesn't know to lock that box, and then send the whole box over to Bob. And Bob then needs an identical copy of that key to unlock the box and then retrieve the message. And this is the basis of modern cryptography. So the challenge then becomes, how does Alice send her key to Bob so that Eve doesn't just intercept and make a copy of the key? Well, in practice, Alice is actually using a laser to send bits of data, and that is what the key actually is. It's a string of binary bits. And, and if she, instead of sending classical pulses of light, if she sends carefully crafted quantum states instead, then the laws of quantum mechanics actually work for her and guarantee that if Eve makes any observations of those quantum states, she will necessarily introduce an error into that transmission. So in practice, Alice and Bob will continually monitor the error statistics of this communication session, and whenever they detect that error rising above a certain threshold, there's a good chance that that's being caused by an eavesdropper. So they'll discard that bit of the communication and just keep the rest where it was below that threshold, where they can be sure that there was no eavesdropper in the channel. So that's it in a nutshell. And so I guess in terms of my aspirations, I'd really look forward to making a contribution to establishing a capability for secure satellite communications based on quantum cryptography here in South Australia. I think it's one of the best places in the world for it. We've got the political and economic infrastructure already set up in South Australia. We've got 2 universities, soon to be 1 big university, that are actively looking into quantum communications research at the moment. We've got the Space Agency, DST group, of course, and I think Adelaide is one of, if not the best looking and most beautiful cities in the world. So that's another great reason to be doing this research here. So I'd just like to conclude by thanking the Playford Trust and DSTG for supporting me in being able to continue to undertake this research. Thank you very much.
I hope you were concentrating because there's going to be questions later. Thank you, Andrew, Jude, Christelle and Jamie. That brings us to the end of tonight's proceedings. As I mentioned, we'd like to take a couple of group photos, so if I could just ask the recipients and presenters of the following 3 scholarships to just wait behind for a couple of minutes. That's the Andy Thomas Space Foundation scholarships, that's 5 students and Mr. Peter Nikoloff. The Playford Trust Honours Scholarships from all 3 universities. I think there's 11 students here, plus the 3 university representatives, and the Defence Science and Technology group. 2 of the students are here, plus Dr. McGillick. Family and friends are welcome to stay and watch those photos being taken, but there are drinks elsewhere. There will also be opportunities to take your own photos during refreshments, and Juan, our photographer, is more than happy to take group shots if you tap him on the shoulder. We'll provide online access to all his photos during this function and later to all of our recipients online later. Thank you again to UniSA for co-hosting this event and to a number of our past recipients, our alumni who have helped out during the evening. Most of them traipsed out about 5 minutes ago. They've got other duties later. Most importantly, thank you all for your attendance. So please follow the crowd to the Bradley Forum. Thank you.